Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And welcome to lesson 16 of Straight Path Academy Arabic Volume 1, Reading Arabic Letters. In this lesson, we learned two more letters that do not connect to letters after them. Firstly, this is the letter Ra. And the letter Ra sounds like the English R. For example, the Arabic word Rasul, which means messenger, begins with the letter Ra. And as we mentioned, the letter Ra does not connect to a letter after it. So this is how the letter Ra will look alone, this is how it will look in the beginning, and this is how it will look in the middle or end of a connection. And next we have the letter Za. And the letter Za sounds like the English Z. For example, the name Zakaria begins with the letter Za. And as we mentioned, the letter Za also will not connect to a letter coming after it. This is how it looks alone, this is how it looks in the beginning, and this is how it looks in the middle or end of a connection. And one thing I want to point out regarding the Ra and Za is how they look somewhat similar to the Dal and Dhal. Therefore, I wanted us to see them side by side to show how we can differentiate. So this is the letter Dal. And as we can see, it curves up at the bottom, whereas the letter Ra continues extending downward. And of course, the Dhal and Za have the same difference, except each of these have one dot above. So the Dal and Dhal curve back up at the bottom to extend straight, whereas the Ra and Za continue to extend further down. And all four of these letters do not connect to letters coming after them. So now that we learned the Ra and Za, let's move on to the exercise. Let's try number 9 together. Step 1 is we identify the letter. As we can see, this letter, it extends down and does not connect to the letter after it, meaning this is the letter Ra. So we're going to write an R for the letter Ra. Above the Ra, we see a Fatha, so we write an A for the Fatha. So together, this Ra and Fatha would be pronounced Ra, Ra. Next, we see this shape here with two dots above, meaning this is the letter Ta. So we write a T for the letter Ta. Beneath the Ta is a Kesra, so we write an I for the Kesra. So the Ta and Kesra would be pronounced T, T. And then ending a connection, we see this shape here extending down with one dot above, meaning this is the letter Za. So we're going to write a Z for the letter Za. Above the Za is a Dhamma, so we write a U for the Dhamma. So together, the Za and Dhamma are pronounced Zu, Zu. So now if we pronounce these three letters and their harakat together, it would be Ra, Ti, Zu. Ra, Ti, Zu. Now let's try one more together with a bit more letters. Let's try number 32. So first we're going to identify the letter. This shape that comes down, but then curves straight to the left, that does not connect to the letter after it and has a dot above, is the letter Dhal. So we're going to write a lowercase dh for the letter Dhal. Above the Dhal is a Fatha, so we're going to write an A for the Fatha. So together, this Dhal and Fatha would be pronounced Dha, Dha. Next, this shape extending down, not connecting to the letter after it, with no dot, would be the letter Ra. So we're going to write an R for the letter Ra. Above the Ra, we see a Fatha, so we're going to write an A for the Fatha. So together, this Ra and Fatha would be pronounced Ra, Ra. Next, we have this shape extending down, not connecting to the letter after it, with one dot above. So this is the letter Za. So we're going to write a Z for the Za. Above the Za is a Dhamma, so we're going to write a U for the Dhamma. So together, the Za and Dhamma would be pronounced Zu, Zu. Next, we have this W shape with three dots above, meaning this is the letter Sheen. So we're going to write SH for the Sheen. Beneath the Sheen is a Kesra, so we're going to write an I for the Kesra. So the Sheen and Kesra would be pronounced She, She. And then finally, at the end, we have this shape that hooks down and goes to the left with a lightning bolt in the middle, meaning this is the letter Kaf. So we're going to write a K for the Kaf. Above the Kaf is a Fatha, so we're going to write an A for the Fatha. So this Kaf and Fatha would be pronounced Ka, Ka. So now it's time to pronounce all of these letters and harakat together, which would be Dha, Ra, Zu, She, Ka. Tha, ra, zu, shi, ka. That does it for this episode. Jazakumullahu khairan. Make sure you complete the exercises, and inshallah, in the next lesson, we'll learn 2 more letters that do not connect to letters after them. Allah knows best. Thank you for watching. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.